Yo, what is going on, people? This is Jonah Pitney and also KO Sports Talk, and welcome back to the Main Event Podcast. Now, once again, we're talking about the Chicago Bears, this time taking on the Baltimore Ravens in this Week 11 matchup. Of course, we do have a special guest coming in, and it's CEO Top Dog. He will be repping the Baltimore Ravens this week. So we're just going to get ready to bring him in right now, and then we're going to basically talk about the matchup, injury updates, of course, the stats, and also how these two teams have matched up over the years. So I'm going to bring him in right now, and then get it on and crack.
Hey guys,
And hey, how you doing, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
Oh man, much obliged, man. So man, right now, of course, breaking news coming up. Of course, Khalil Mack is not going to be playing in this game. He's not going to be playing in no game this season. He is out for the season after missing 2 games, and of course the bye week. He was on pace of getting 15 sacks throughout the season, possibly even more than that if he was to accumulate multiple sack type of games. It's going to be a real big miss for the Chicago Bears, and it's going to be a big plus for the Baltimore Ravens. So, CEO, how do you believe that this will affect the Baltimore Ravens game plan moving forward against the Chicago Bears, since now Khalil Mack is gone, not only this game, but out for the season?
I mean, it's unfortunate that Khalil Mack is out. Obviously, hope he recovers and everything. But as for the implication it has on the Ravens, I think it's great for Lamar because the more Lamar's been pressured, he has been completing less passes. His percentage is down, so he's really bad this year against the pressure. For some reason, our tackles are weak. Our main tackle, he's not in the offensive line anymore. He's out for the season, Ronnie Stanley. So we have Alejandro Villanueva, who's been he hasn't been good this season. He's been horrible for Lamar. Lamar's taken a lot of hits thanks to Villanueva being there. So not having Khalil Mack on the defensive line is definitely a big plus for Lamar and the Ravens.
Okay, now, KO, you want to speak on that? I know you do, about Mack being gone for the season.
Yeah. Definitely. Khalil Mack, he's been playing pretty much with that injured foot pretty much the entire season. And just prior to that injury, he was having a breakout year like this year. I think in 7 games, he had like 6 sacks. He had 6 tackles for loss and a couple forced fumbles. He was like on track to get like maybe 15 to 16 sacks this season. And just the fact that, he's been playing with that injured foot, I mean, it just kind of took his toll for the worse. And, now that Khalil Mack is out, there's a good reason why Ryan Pace signed Bruce Irvin. I don't know if you know this, but we got Bruce Irvin from the free agency. Yeah, we picked up Bruce Irvin. And so I was kind of like speculating, man, maybe this injury appears to be serious that we may not know. And now that, this injury is serious and that he's going to get put in the IR, our defense, man, is going to take a toll, man, because, Khalil Mack, he's a generational type of talent. He definitely sets the edge, and he puts a lot of pressure on a lot of quarterbacks. And now that you don't have him, it's going to be up to Robert Quinn to take that kind of load and lead this front 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's going to take a complete effort to try to contain Lamar Jackson. Now, over the past 2 weeks, teams usually use somewhat of a cover 0 blitz type of scheme. Now, the Chicago Bears is not built for that type of thing because, of course, Khalil Mack being out, and because of that, now we have Chicago Bears is not built for that type of thing because, of course. Okay, someone must have had another link open, but it's all good. But yeah, basically, because we do have Travis Gibson on the other end, we already seen right there he can stop the run sometimes, but majority of the time, he gets pushed out of the way. He cannot set the edge. And that can allow a lot of success for the run game with the Baltimore Ravens and also allow for Lamar Jackson to actually have some time to be able to throw the football. So basically, what type of game plan, CEO, do you think that they're going to accumulate now, like overall?
I definitely think they're going to rush a lot more. I think we're going to see getting our running backs involved a lot more because you guys, I believe Akeem Hicks is out as well. So that's definitely a big blow to the run defense. So I definitely see us running the ball a lot more than throwing it because I don't see Lamar throwing it deep like he did at least with the Dolphins because we can exploit the defensive line.
Okay, yeah, I do believe that it is for certain that there's something that's going to happen, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on that Bears defense. But at the same time, I do feel like your team's going to have to find some type of balance because if they're not able to find a balance and the Bears start stopping the run, maybe your team may not be able to get in a full rhythm passing the football, and that could still lead to him getting sacked a lot because even though they don't have Khalil Mack, even last week they were still able to get to the quarterback and still accumulate 4 quarterback sacks, mixing in the blitz and everything else. So yeah, it can go back and forth either type of way. But Kofi, what do you believe? What type of defensive game plan would the Bears accumulate to try to stop Lamar Jackson, even with Khalil Mack being gone?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Okay, Kofi, I see at that. What type of defensive game plan do you believe that the Chicago Bears will try to accumulate to try to stop Lamar Jackson, even though Khalil Mack is gone?
I mean, they have to blitz him. They have to pressure Lamar Jackson because just like what CEO said, he's not good when he's being pressured, and you got to stack the box. Definitely got to stack the box. That's what by Miami. The Miami defense did. Like they stopped the bubble screens. They started stacking the box. They stopped. They concealed those edges because with Lamar Jackson, we know that he's an athletic quarterback, and so you have to seal those edges. You have to seal those edges as much as you can because Lamar Jackson, when it comes to his run game or when it comes to his game, usually he likes to rush off those edges. Usually, especially when he's running. So you have to seal those off. That's what kind of like what Miami did. But primarily, you just got to pressure him. Like, look at what Miami did. I think most of the game, they were rushing like 5 or 6 guys towards him, and it worked. And so Sean Desai, he's going to have to scheme up a game plan, something similar to Miami, and stop Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But is the Bears built for like are they built for that? Because I don't believe they are. Khalil Mack being gone is definitely a big blow. We already understand that. But Travis Gibson is really not that type of guy to be able to do that on a consistent basis. Yeah, Robert Quinn is, but they're mainly going to have to blitz the middle linebackers. Now, I don't know if Oleg Ogletree is going to be starting or not. I believe he will. Possibly Eddie Jackson is supposed to be back in this game as well. So they're going to have to use a mix of combination zone blitzes at times, man-to-man blitzes. They're going to have to constantly be able to mix it up and try to confuse Lamar Jackson because if not, the moment he finds the lane, he's gone. And one of the main problems for the Chicago Bears is that they have a problem tackling him on a consistent basis. So that's going to be one of the main things that's going to accommodate for this. So it is what it is when it comes down to it. But when we go down to the injuries, CEO, I know y'all had a large amount of injuries that's been plaguing y'all the entire season. And still, what is y'all record still? Y'all still 6-3 at this time?
We are 6-3, yes.
Okay, so with y'all being 6-3 and with all the injuries, which is all the notable injuries that y'all have suffered, and have y'all suffered any more notable injuries recently?
Currently we have an illness with our starting center, Bradley Bozeman, and Lamar Jackson is also gone with an illness. They missed about 2 days of practice, so that's something to note. I do expect them to play on Sunday, but I am not 100% sure if that's going to be the case because they have been missing 2 days of practice. We'll see how it unfolds, but those are our two most recent notable players who have been, I guess you can say, injured. As for players who have been injured for the entire season, that goes to one of our starting cornerbacks in Marcus Peters. And due to his absence, Marlon Humphrey has also been suffering, so that's why he hasn't been playing as well. So he's a very key defensive player that we're missing. We are also missing. We also have Latavius Murray, who's injured. He's our starting running back. We have Dobbins, Gus Edwards. Those are our three main running backs that all of them are injured right now. So we have to rely on Williams, and we have to rely on our other running backs to try to pull us together. But those are our main key injured players that I think provide the most impact for the Ravens, apart from obviously Ronnie Stanley, one of our tackles. Apart from those, I wouldn't say the others are as significant.
Okay, yeah, that's a real big blow. But let's see exactly how the season's going to turn out. Of course, Lamar Jackson had a non-COVID sickness, so with
Yeah, I
him
think he
being
practiced today, from what I've heard. I think he practiced.
right,
I heard from
so
you.
with him with him coming back from being sick, that probably indicates even more that they're going to try to protect him even more and try to run the football a lot more. But Kofi, would you like to speak on all notable injuries for the Bears that has happened other than Khalil Mack? Of course, that was breaking news. And
Yeah.
basically,
So
who is the big impact players that's going to be missing in this game and possibly could still be missing?
yeah. So other than Khalil Mack being out, Allen Robinson is questionable to play. Of course, like what CEO just said, Q-Mex, he's going to be out for Sunday. He's not going to play. They just placed Danny Trevathan on IR, which was not a good contract. I really wanted Nick Kwiatkowski because
I know, right?
Nick Kwiatkowski was much younger. He was better at coverage. Who else? I think Darnell Mooney. I think he's kind of nursing a hamstring, from what I've heard. I'm not too sure. And then who was the last one? I think there was one more person. Oh, Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson. He practiced. He did some limited practice, but he didn't do too much. But he's still questionable. Eddie Jackson's still questionable, but he had some limited practice, because of course he injured his hamstring. But I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, that's pretty much like all of our injury reports for this season. I mean, of course, Jimmy Graham, they rested him because he's a veteran. That's what they always do. I don't understand why. But yeah, other than that, that's kind of like a little bit of our injury reports, with our team.
Okay, that's how it is now. One of the main things that's been a main concern for the Baltimore Ravens is the simple fact that your defense has been inconsistent. They lock horns with certain teams, they shut certain teams down, and then at certain times they seem to be very inconsistent, like they was against the Detroit Lions, much like they was even against Miami. It's been even when the games that you guys won, it seemed like at times they can't stop nobody. Now they still have top 10 talent, but they have not performed like top 10. Do you believe that they'll be able to perform more like a top 10 defense against Chicago Bears, or do you think it's going to be the same inconsistency that holds back the team?
Yeah, yes, we are a very inconsistent defense. I think we rank between 15th and 17th overall in the NFL. I do think that we're going to play well against the Bears defensively, only because of Matt Nagy's play calling. I think we can exploit that. But in terms of us being inconsistent, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to the Bears, I feel like this game specifically is going to be low scoring. I really do. I think we're going to play good defense because of that. I think our offense isn't going to go off as much. It's not going to go as off as people think it is, to be honest with you. I think, but the defense, I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Kofi, me and you already know about the Bears. Constant defensive struggles and constant inconsistencies. What do you believe how the Bears will be able to perform in this game? Overall, of course, with Khalil Mack once again being gone, and now we know that Bruce Irvin will be there. We don't know if he's going to exactly play in this game, or do
No,
you
he's
go
not going to play this Sunday. He's not going to
right?
play.
So now we know it's going to be Travis Gibson yet again being the starting
Right.
outside linebacker in that spot. How do you believe that how he's going to perform, how the defensive line is going to perform? Will they be able to get sacks on the quarterback? And how will the cornerbacks be able to play now?
My thing is, the past couple weeks, the Bears have been struggling with tackles, especially with discipline. Past couple weeks, the Bears have just been penalized. Forget about the refs. Even though that game, with Pittsburgh was kind of fixed, I disagree. The past couple weeks, or just even this whole season, like this team has been unprepared, so undisciplined. I don't know what it is, but Matt, he doesn't get his team to be disciplined, and that's a problem that we've had. Like, whenever something happens on the defense, um, you know, we're not ready. It's like, how should I say it? It's like we're never ever ready to. We're always jumping off sides per se, or it's always on the neutral zone infraction. It just wasn't that only game. That only game with Pittsburgh. It's always been a recurring problem. At the first and foremost, the Bears, if they want to have a chance at beating this Baltimore Ravens defense, number one is that you got to tackle. You got to put effort. You have to put 101% maximum effort if you want to beat this Baltimore Ravens team, because Baltimore Ravens offense has one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. Lamar Jackson, he can run. He can run with the best of them. That guy has a 4.27 speed. Whoever is at safety, Tashawn Gibson, DHC, the guys in the front seven, Angelo Blackson, Travis Gibson. Travis Gibson, he's gonna have to step up. He's gonna have to play stellar football, and Robert Quinn, he's gonna have to step up. They all of the guys are gonna have to step up, because this is just not no ordinary team. This is one of the most, like I said, one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. So Sean Desai has to help prepare his team, or has to game plan his team, and Matt Nagy as well. He's gonna have to take a share of the responsibility of getting his team ready, because pretty much this whole season, this team has been undisciplined, and we've been plagued by all these penalties. So, I mean, that's kind of like what I have to say.
Just to speak on certain points that you said. It has been a lot of sloppy play on defense. The defense has, been inconsistent, penalties, all the above. Guys constantly getting ejected for multiple reasons. It's always been something. And I know the coaches, they do have to play their part, but at the same time, they are professional players. They grown-ass men. They have to know what they're supposed to do. The front line have to be able to read their keys correctly. They have to know to stay on sides. And if they be able to look over the ball, then they know they have to step back. Linebackers have to be able to read their keys correctly and attack the football right away instead of hesitate. Cornerbacks have to make sure that they know that they know what goddamn play is being called, and not running a cover 3 scheme while everybody else is running.
Hey, Jonas, I'm sorry, I can barely hear you, man. I'm gonna have to come back in. Something's wrong with my phone.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, then. Well, he having technical difficulties, so he'll be back in a minute. But yeah, the Chicago Bears just basically have to improve on a lot of things drastically now. Now, of course, you already had discussed what your team have to do defensively overall. Do you believe you already said that you believe that your team will be able to stop the Chicago Bears offense? I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I know it can be an up and down game when it comes down to the Chicago Bears offense, but I do believe that they can possibly put up points on your team simply because of the inconsistencies that they do bring to the table.
Yeah. I think they're going to exploit the deep ball. I think the Bears are going to go deep. I think that would be the correct choice, because we have been suffering in the back end. Specifically, Marlon has been off of his game. Our cornerbacks, Anthony Aver's been playing horrendously these past 3 weeks. So I do look for Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson. Hopefully they can get Robinson more involved for the Bears. But if he gets more involved, we're in trouble. We're definitely in trouble. because we can't stop Mooney and Allen Robinson with the cornerbacks we have right now.
Yeah, now that was one of my keys to the game for the Bears to actually be able to try to get Allen Robinson and even get Demir Bird more involved. They got all this goddamn speed on the field. Kofi, your background kind of tweaking out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good, but I already said that they need to get both of them involved because, of course, like I said before, they got all this goddamn speed. Allen Robinson, we already know that he's a possession receiver, so they have to be trying to go back to his strengths, but much like they did when they had Trubisky back then, well last year, and hit him with those slant routes, those curl routes, have him do combination routes to try to get the guys to bite him, and that's how he able to get open deep. So the Chicago Bears can do that, but they have to make sure that they get those other guys involved. Now, of course, Darnell Mooney been a main guy that's been targeted over the past 3 weeks. Cole Kmet has been getting more involved. We saw Jimmy Graham a little bit more. So in order for the Bears to even have a shot at beating you guys, they're going to have to make sure they get the ball to everybody. This is how the Bears was able to make it to the playoffs last year. They was able to fit the ball to everybody on the field and make it hard for the defense to be able to key in on just one guy, even though Allen Robinson was the main guy. Now, of course, the role has switched, and now it's Darnell Mooney. Yes. So they're going to have to find a way to still get Allen Robinson involved and everybody involved. Right. And that's how the Bears can have a chance to be able to beat the Baltimore Ravens. But with that in mind, of course, this is the 7th overall matchup that these two teams is going to be facing each other. I don't know if you know that, CEO. Yes. Since the birth of those of the Baltimore Ravens in 1996, yes, these teams have faced off 6 times. Do you know what the record is?
Yes, 4-2 in favor of the Bears.
Yeah, I'm about to say the last time the Baltimore Ravens had beaten the Chicago Bears, I believe it was in 2009, and y'all stomped the Bears out 31-7. Yes. At that time, that was Jay Cutler's first year with the Chicago Bears, and the last time the Bears, I believe, played y'all, it was in 2017. It was an overtime game. Mitch Trubisky drove down the field and won the game 27-24. So with this game, what do you believe that the score prediction will be for the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens in this?
I believe it's going to be 21-17. I believe it's going to be a low-scoring game. I believe it's going to be a defensive game. I really do. I feel like the Ravens are going to continue struggling because I don't think that Greg Roman's going to make adjustments from the game we had with Miami. He said in a press conference that he knew exactly what Miami did. He knew that beforehand, and he still made no adjustments. So following that logic, I will assume that he will not make any more adjustments. So I think our offense is still going to struggle, but I think we're going to edge it out enough to beat the Bears.
Okay, Kofi, what do you believe that the score prediction will be between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens? Can you hear me? Okay, well.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I said my score prediction is that I have it being a shootout, actually. I think both teams, their defense is going to struggle. And I think Lamar Jackson and Justin Fields, I think they're going to have like a big game. I think the score is going to be, 31-28 Baltimore. They're going to win on like a last-second field goal. And, Justin Tucker's going to hit like a 43-yard field goal to win it.
That's real specific. Well, that's almost something. It's something similar to what I had, but I had a more so like a 24-23.
I just have a feeling it's going to be a shootout. That's what I'm getting.
I got it more like this. In the first half, I got a combination of both. The first half is going to be a straight up defensive battle. It might wind up being something like 7-3 in the first half. And then right after that, when the second half, that's when they start scoring a little bit more points. The Bears be on top, 24-23 towards the end of the game. Kofi probably have to mute your mic real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, but basically, it's going to be towards the end of the game. It's probably going to be like 2 minutes left, maybe 2:30 left. Lamar Jackson's going to get the ball. He's going to be driving down the field like he usually does, but instead he's going to mess around. He's probably going to throw a pick. It's going to be one of those times they're going to have him out passing when they should be running the football. You're probably going to be on the 45-yard line. They're going to have him pass and try to switch it up, throws an interception, and that's what blows the game for him. And the Bears went 24-23. That's actually how I got the game going. And plus I did say that in the video as well, so I'm sticking to it. I believe that the trend do continue, that the Bears do win this game. Probably the next time they match a Baltimore win, I do have the Bears winning this one 24-23. It's going to be a close game all the way through, but like I said before, it is prediction. We could be witnessing a massacre. Baltimore Ravens defense turn the clock back like everybody healthy, and they wind up killing the Bears. So we don't know exactly how it's going to go exactly. But all we can do is see how it's going to go.
All I know is that it's probably going to be close.
Say that again.
All I know is that it's probably going to be a very close game.
I agree.
All right. Animal Science TV earlier asked, are the Ravens Super Bowl favorites in the NFC or in the AFC?
No, I would say the Titans and the Bills are currently vying for the title of Super Bowl favorites in the AFC. I would say we're competing right now with the Chiefs in third place to see who and to be in the top three for that. But I think we're contenders in the AFC, but I definitely do not think we're the favorites. So
okay, I about to say because
I agree.
Yeah, because I definitely will put y'all ahead of the Chiefs right now. The Chiefs defense, just terrible, and now everybody seems to be caught up damn that to what the Chiefs are doing offensively. So they've been more containable this year. So yeah, I believe that if the Titans and the Bills face each other, and somehow the Baltimore Ravens can avoid those teams, and those teams knock each other off, then y'all got a favorable chance. But if not, and you have to face one of those, then in the playoffs, and the chances do go down very hard.
Yeah.
But Kofi, this is a question that you can answer. Gavin had put, what's the biggest advantage and disadvantage of Justin Fields right now?
Okay, the biggest advantage for Justin Fields is that he's an explosive playmaker when it comes to throwing the deep ball, like especially when he rolls out. When he rolls to his left, Justin Fields is at his most dangerous, because usually when he rolls to his left, he on average he's 90% accurate when it comes to throwing downfield when he rolls to his left, because he's very deadly when it comes to rolling to his left or when he's doing a play action. And the biggest disadvantage of, Justin Fields right now is that, of course, he holds on to the ball too long. That's one of his problems, especially like when he's trying to diagnose a defense. He holds on to the ball too long, and sometimes with Justin Fields, he's always paying too much attention to his first read. And every time, like, he pays attention to his first read and he can't find the second read, he just kind of like tucks, like he just kind of panics and just kind of runs for tries to find some type of play to run to or get some type of play, because he knows that his first read is not there. So that's kind of something that he kind of needs to work on. So that's kind of like what Justin Fields, like, yeah.
Okay, then. Well, keep in mind, there, CEO, what is the biggest advantage and the biggest disadvantage that you see in Lamar Jackson so far, as of right now in his career?
I think his biggest disadvantage is definitely the deep pass. He had hit some good passes deep in the earlier this season, but I think as the season is progressing, he is definitely struggling as a deep ball passer. We see less and less underneath throws in the game plan, which we need for the Ravens and Lamar to thrive. So I definitely think a weakness is his deep pass. I've seen that in multiple games now with Miami and the Bengals. I've seen that a lot. So I definitely think that's one of his disadvantages. Obviously, his most advantageous trait would be his running skills. I think that he's definitely going to use that a lot in this Bears game. I think he's going to run his use of legs a lot of maybe RPOs. I definitely see that in the game plan when we face the Bears this Sunday.
Okay, do you believe that they're going to throw the ball more than 25 times in this game with Lamar Jackson?
I don't.
Is that true or false?
I feel like they want to do that, but it wouldn't be a smart thing. I think that they're going to try to avoid it. I think they're going to exploit the Bears defensive line. I think that's what they're going to do. I think we're going to do run heavy. Hopefully it works so we can be more balanced throughout the game, but I definitely see us trying to keep the passes down.
Okay. And Gavin got another question for you, CEO. Do you think Justin Tucker could ever break his 63-yard field goal record?
I mean, his current record right now is 66 yards, and I definitely do not see him breaking that anytime soon. So, yeah, because he barely made a 66-yarder. I definitely don't think he has any 67-yard field goal in his future right now.
You don't think so? If it was in a dome?
Oh, okay. If it was in a dome, maybe, but like in Detroit, I believe it was a dome in Detroit.
Right.
I just don't see him because he's very accurate, but I just don't see him making a 68-yarder, for example, to break that record. It would be something that I think would be very difficult to him because I don't think he has the leg power enough to do it.
Right, I say if he had that Janikowski leg, probably then he would.
Yeah, Janikowski had a strong leg.
Right, I'm about to say that man could make a 70-yarder. He just wasn't accurate for shit. But Gavin got another question for you. What's stopping the Ravens from winning the Super Bowl?
Okay, there are a couple things of stopping. One, I think the biggest one is our injuries. We're not a healthy team. We keep getting injured. We keep losing players. We just lost Deshaun Elliott, our safety. Lamar's getting sick again. I think that our injuries are going to be our biggest issue to ever get into a Super Bowl anytime soon. We just cannot stay healthy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's our training staff or what's going on here. I know it's the NFL, but we have to be up there with one of the teams that cannot just stay healthy. We cannot stay healthy. So I think that's number one. Number two could probably be our game, our play calling from Greg Roman. It's lacking right now. I think he's trying to play to Lamar's weaknesses instead of his strengths. He's doing a lot more deep passes. I understand they wanted to prove a point with Lamar Jackson, but we are losing because of that. I think that our game plan and the Ravens trying to prove a point with Lamar Jackson is going to be our biggest downfall in terms of getting to a Super Bowl. I think those are the two main points that are keeping us from getting to that Super Bowl.
Okay. And Kofi, Gavin got a question really for the both of us, but you can answer it again. After that, I'll give my opinion on it. What's stopping the Bears from reaching the playoffs?
Easy. Coaching. Coaching is what's stopping us, and injuries. Number one, of course, is coaching because, like I said, like every time we come into a game, we're not prepared. Like the Bears have always had a problem with being disciplined from all fronts, offense, defense, special teams. And of course, like it all starts with the head coach, Matt Nagy. I mean, he's not getting his team prepared, especially during the bye week. The Bears have been 0-7. They've been 0-7 coming out of the bye week. That's like almost 10 years. And especially Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy's not good coming out of the bye week. I mean, ever since he's been a coach, he's 0-4 since coming out the bye week. So with Matt Nagy, he's not good at coming out the bye week, trying to prepare his players to come out and be prepared. And so, number one, of course, is the coaching that's coming that's stopping us from making the playoffs. Number two is that our team is not disciplined, and of course, injuries is what's stopping us. Those are pretty much two of the main things that is not going to get us to playoffs. And it's a slim chance if we ever make it because, if you lose one more game, Matt Nagy's seat's going to be high, and this coaching staff is going to be gone by season's end.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I can speak on it briefly, but you ain't hit the nail on the head, the inconsistencies from the players, undisciplined. Coaching staff is being inconsistent, not able to concoct a consistent game plan for the players, for the skill set that you have on this team. No, not realizing still that you have a rookie quarterback and certain things take time, but you still have to continue to build on the strength that your quarterback do present to you at this current time. For the past two games, of course, they have been able to concoct a very good offensive game plan. It still has been inconsistent because one half they'll do good, one half they'll do ass. Against the 49ers, the first half they didn't do too good. They did okay. Second half they did better, but the defense gave up on them. Against the Steelers, they only scored like 3 points in the first half, put up 24 in the second half. Still wasn't enough because penalties and inconsistencies on defense is what killed them. So yeah, that is the main things, and of course injuries to Khalil Mack, Eddie Jackson, Tayshaun Gibson, um, Danny Trevathan being gone, then coming back and now being gone again because he was never 100% healthy to begin with. Everyone saw that. Oleg Ogletree being gone, missing players due to the guys being released. So it's a lot of things that has affected this team in a worse type of way. And yeah, man, it's gonna take some time for this team to get it together. I don't know if the McCaskey is going to keep this coaching staff. There's still possibly a strong chance that they keep them simply because they did draft Justin Fields, and they probably believe that it'd be best to keep the coaching staff together for at least one more season and see exactly how everything pan out. Because of course, so many injuries has happened and affected the course of this team, and they believe that they'll have a better opportunity now that they know the direction that they're going in. But let's just see how that does occur going forward. But what do you believe that your team record will end up being towards the end of the season, CEO? Will it be a positive one, a negative one? Y'all gonna be in the middle of the pack? What?
I think it's going to be a positive one. I'm going to stick with my original prediction of 12-5. That's what I think the Ravens are going to do. I think that's definitely a realistic record for them, and I'm sticking to it. I definitely have them at 12-5.
Okay, who is remaining? Do you have a list of the remaining games on your schedule so then you can see, so then people will know exactly why you believe that they will be 12-5, or you just need some time to look it up real quick?
Okay. Yeah, no, I have it. Listen, the Bears, I believe we're gonna win versus the Bears. I think that we are going to sweep the Pittsburgh Steelers. I definitely believe that. I do think we're going to lose against Green Bay, and I feel like for some reason we're going to win against the Rams, and we're going to split with the Browns, and we're going to win against the Bengals.
Bengals, tough game. You say y'all believe y'all gonna beat the Rams or
Yes.
lose?
No, I believe we're going to beat the Rams. Yes.
That's two. That's those. Okay, those two can make a difference between y'all being 12-5 or 10-7. That second Cincinnati game, and that Rams game. Everybody else, I believe you all the way up. Of course, I believe that the Bears possibly gonna steal this game. But let's say if y'all did win that game, those other two teams, that's gonna be a real tough. I believe that y'all probably split in between them. It's either y'all beat Cincinnati or y'all beat the Rams. But I don't know if y'all got enough manpower to be able to beat both. It'd be too much of a emotional roller coaster. After you beat one, you might have a letdown the following game. So I don't know.
I mean, I don't think the Bengals are going to sweep us this season. I think we're going to at least win one game. I think the Ravens are really mad about the game they lost against the Bengals, and I think they're looking to get some revenge. So I definitely think that's going to be a win for us.
Okay. So what, 10-7, and you believe would be the worst possibility if
Yes, 10-7 would be the worst possibility in my opinion.
Okay.
Yes. I don't think they're going to go any lower than that. I don't see us losing to much teams in the rest of our schedule.
Okay, yeah. Kofi, based on the schedule that we have as of right now and the way the team is playing, what do you believe that our record will end up from best to worst?
Best is 9-8. Worst, maybe if we lose out 14? Am I right? 3-14?
Oh, man, you think
We just lose out.
You think it could be that bad? Shit.
Wait, no. The worst probably 6 or 7-6 and 11, 7 and 10.
Oh,
That's the
man.
worst.
You said exactly how you felt. You think our ass is gonna get torched throughout the rest of the season.
Oh man.
Oh, Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati
That's how I feel
confirmed.
right now, bro. That's how, after Khalil Mack went down, I was like, nah, I don't know if we got any more chances, bro. I'm gonna have to pay you, CEO.
I definitely agree with Kofi on this.
I bet the fuck you do. I bet you do. You think
Of course, because we made a bet. We made a bet earlier in the season.
I know, right?
3-14.
I know, Gavin. I know. Illuminati confirmed.
Oh man, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about this Bears team. I mean, I don't trust the coaching staff. I'm sorry. I just don't trust this coaching staff. That's how I mean, that's my confidence in this. Like, besides Justin Fields and his development, I mean, that's how I feel about this coaching staff.
So you don't believe he's gonna win another game? That's the worst possibility, that you don't believe he's gonna win another game. You think that's gonna help his development being 3-14? That'll make that man pull a Vernon Davis right after the season. Like,
Vernon Davis.
He gonna retire. Wait this contract up.
Oh, Gavin, that's how I feel. I know it sounds like a fair weather Bears fan, but damn, like, I mean, I don't trust this coach.
You just stated how you felt. Like,
that's how I felt. That's how I feel.
You fuck around and win 9 games, but at worst, 3-14. Like, damn, you in here slaying.
I just trying to slack daddy.
You in his slack daddy TV category because he believes in 3 games every year.
Slack daddy, yeah.
I have to really give credit to Kofi for being objective.
Yeah, well, shit. I'm very objective, even though yes, I do agree. Kofi's super objective on that shit. God damn. No, but 9 games, of course, is the max. If they was to just be miraculously and to start racking off wins left and right. Now, if it is the worst scenario, I say 6 games, 5 to 6 games at worst, because I still believe that they beat the Giants. I still believe that they beat the Vikings. I still believe that they beat the Seattle. You know, I still believe they beat the Vikings at least once. If they do beat them twice, that's smooth. They still got a chance to beat the Cardinals, because by the time they play the Cardinals, Kyler Murray will not be at 100% yet again, closing out the season. So the Bears got a chance to steal that game. So that's 4 possible wins that they can get right there. They still got a shot to steal one against you guys. So at worst, it could be 6 games that they only win 3 more games. But there is a shot that they can steal a lot of games coming out, and I definitely believe they're gonna smoke Detroit on Thanksgiving. Playing the same.
Yeah, Detroit's going 0-16.
Right, they going 0-16 yet again with a tie.
I actually have Detroit upsetting the Bears in that game.
We're gonna keep it professional. We're gonna keep it professional today. I just spoke to you before then, and I said we gonna keep it professional. So yeah, we're gonna be cool. But the moment we go off L, I'm gonna say something to you. But it's all good. That's you stated your opinion. You believe Detroit gonna win that Thanksgiving. If they do win,
Dude, if they do win, that'll be a low light in our season. We cannot let
right.
the Lions win. The freaking Lions, man.
All I'm gonna say is don't expect me to be in the sports hangout. I probably won't be there. I might just.
I can only imagine what Ghost is gonna feel like. Remember how he felt last year? Remember how Ghost felt when he felt last year when we lost to the Lions?
Yeah.
Ghost is gonna be pissed.
I might just, go ahead and not hop in the sports hangout and just reflect real quick. Just sit there like, oh yeah. This time my Thanksgiving going, huh? Just going like that. So it is what it is. Is the Bears season that bad that people are saying that they're going to lose to the Lions? Don Burr is happy with this shit, shiznit. I'm not saying that. The Bears is going to win. I'm just saying because they all
man.
I'm still gonna have to reflect on that because
I know Don Burr is gonna be in a lot of. I know Don Burr. He's gonna be in a lot of Bears chest talking shit, man. You'll be like, yeah, what did I tell you? Oh, the Bears ain't crap, man. They crap.
Right, because when the Bears beat him the first time, he disappeared for like 2-3 weeks. He was gone for a while. But yeah, we're gonna see how that go. You're not convincing me, sorry, Jonah. Well, you better be convinced because I'm always gonna say the Bears gonna whoop the Lions. Always. I was shocked when the Lions won last year. I was like, God damn, son of a bitch. Well, that was their first win in what? 3 years? 3-4 years? So every 3-4 years they get a victory over us. We beat them last time, and it should have been a lot worse than that. The offense playing a lot better. Hopefully the defense can play a little bit better. And they're going to beat Detroit, plain and simple. They play hard, but they just can't get the win. You know why? Because they Detroit. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever.
And they bite kneecaps.
Right. I ain't worried about no kneecap biting ass motherfucker. But it is what it is. But, man, it's going – I don't know, man. It's going to be a tough game between the Baltimore Ravens and Chicago Bears. They always match up well with the AFC North, period. The Bears always match up well with them. I don't believe the Bears has had a losing record against the AFC North probably since 2009 overall. When they have to face all 4 teams. They usually finish either at worst 2-2, at best 4-0. So if they beat Baltimore, they finish 2-2. If not, then this will be the first time they have a losing record against the AFC North probably since 2009. So we're gonna see how this go, man. God damn, Kofi. 3-14. Shit.
Man, that's how I feel, bro.
That's how I feel. If this shit happen, y'all gonna see, boy, I'm gonna have the grumpiest face in the motherfucking world. I swear to God.
Yeah, you're gonna turn into Slack Daddy TV. Slack Daddy.
No, I'm gonna turn into motherfucking Eustace Bag, boy. I'm gonna be mean as hell. Shit, if the Niners can beat the Rams, the Lions can surely beat the Bears. We're gonna keep it professional, Gavin. I almost told you to man, go fuck yourself. No, no. That was just them. They always match up well. The Lions play everybody hard, but they lose. It ain't our fault. They garbage. The Bears are gonna win. Plain and simple. But is there anything else?
Hey, you wanted my honest opinion? I gave it to you. 3-14. You know, that's at worst. I say at worst. Keyword at worst.
I know, man. I know. Even when it's at worst, you always jump 2 games just in case. Shit. You try to be a
You wanted my honest take. I gave it to you, bro. I gave you the red pill, man. I gave you the red pill. Tough to swallow.
Even Jay Jefferson, he said even though he knew it was a strong possibility his team can go 0-17. he bumped it up to at least 3 games. Shit.
All right, at best, 3 games.
I
He
mean,
tried to do his best.
I mean,
It's all good.
3 or 4 is, 3 or 14 is harsh, but that's also that's kind of what I believe Liverpool is going to be too. So,
Oh, Gabby, he coming for you, man. He coming for you. He coming for you. But do y'all got anything else to add before the podcast officially ends?
Other than that, yes, check out my channel, KO Sports Talk. I'm going to be making more sports content, and I think we're gonna have to do another one because another main event because this Thursday, you know, we're gonna be playing the Lions as well. So, yeah, just stay tuned for more content from my channel and Jonah Pitney. Follow me on Twitter. It's just Kofi Oheme. I'm just on Twitter. You know, sometimes I'm on there, sometimes I'm not. But yeah. So,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Gavin, for the fuck you, CEO. Yo, no. Thanks, man. What you were saying, though, bro?
No, but that's all I have to say, and I appreciate you guys for having me on your show.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Also, man,
No problem, bro. No problem.
Just make sure to sub to CEO Top Dog official YouTube page. The link is down in the description. It is Settle Kaiba's bank account. He just started his official YouTube page a couple of weeks ago. He will be having more content coming out very soon. But he is a very busy man. He do be moving around a lot. He do be busy. So whenever he do come out with more content, he will put it out there. So make sure to go to the link down in the description and make sure to sub to CEO Top Dog official page as well. And also go to KO Sports Talk official page as well. His link is also in the description, like he said before. Follow him on Twitter, Kofi Oheme, and also make sure to tune in to more content on his channel as well. And also make sure to tune in to this channel as well, the Jonah Pitney podcast, the Jonah Sports Hangout that be every Wednesday at 8:30. And also I will be doing a halftime and post-game show of the Chicago Bears versus the Baltimore Ravens show. So just make sure to tune into that, guys. As CEO, once again, man, we appreciate you being on the show, representing the Baltimore Ravens, repping your team. So yeah, man, peace out, everyone, and be safe.
You know we gon' see tequila. For real. And when I come up out that cup and I be glad.